I heard the combine coming through the corn behind me, and I instantly knew that there was no way I would be able to get out of the way in time. God knows your beginning, your end, knows everything in between. Every hair on your head has a number. It's all counted. And I knew at that moment that this was God's plan for me. I've been a farmer for 36 years. My husband has done nothing but farm. He's never had a regular job. We do about 5,000 acres. 2/3 of that is corn and 1/3 of that is soybeans. It's just me and my husband and his brother and his wife. We have a very good rapport with each other. We all know our jobs. We're probably the quickest in Marshall County at getting done and just going smoothly. It surprises me how many people call my husband for advice. On September 18th of 2018, it was our second day of harvest, and I got up at 6:24 as usual and headed out to the farm. Since it's me and my husband and my husband's brother and his wife, during the fall time we take turns. Basically, we run the grain cart. So the combine that my brother-in-law was driving, as it picks, we'll dump onto the grain cart on the go without stopping. So we were opening up the field, and I assumed he was going to go down the end row and come back. And so I got out, me and my dog got out to go to the bathroom, figured we had a good 15 minutes. But instead of doing that, he just turned around and come back, which I didn't realize he was going to do. The dog ran in front of me, and I'm screaming at the dog, not knowing why he's running. And suddenly I heard the combine coming through the corn right behind me, and I knew in that instant I wouldn't be able to get out of the way in time. I'm only 5 feet tall. The corn is like 7, 8 feet tall, way taller than I am. There's no way, you can't see anything out there, especially when you're doing a 12-row swath of corn at one time. You can't see every row, and you can't see one little 5-foot girl in clear that's over on the other end. So there was no way for Ron to see me. The header scooped me up, and I braced myself with my head and my leg and waved my free arm in the air, shouting Ron's name and praying that he would hear me. In a total miracle, he stopped the combine. The combine cab is soundproof, but Ron hit the kill switch because he heard me saying his name as if I was sitting right beside him. Then he climbed out and saw me laying on the header with my left arm and leg missing. Luckily for me, the newer machines, instead of just slicing it sideways and slicing the corn off, it twists the corn cob off. And luckily it twisted me off and closed it up, and I did not bleed to death. As I was laying there, God's peace came over me. It felt like he told me in that moment that I was going to be okay. My uncle used to say, God knows your beginning, your middle, and your end. He knew that this was going to happen to me, and he had his hand on me the whole time. My husband, Dale, and I joined CHM in May 2016 at the gold level with Brothers Keeper, just in case something major would happen. Little did we know what a huge blessing it would be in our lives. I had 4 surgeries altogether. I have 6 inches left on my arm for this, and then the second surgery, they actually had to remove the ball out of my hip. There's nothing there at all. There's no ball joint. It's just a pelvic bone that's left. There's only 1% of all amputees that are like this with nothing left. I know so many other amputees who have to wait for their health care plan to approve the next treatment they need. Thanks to God and CHM, I can get the treatment I need when I need it. So far, CHM has shared over $200,000 for my injury. This was a freak accident that we never saw coming, but through the Gold and Brothers Keeper programs, CHM members helped carry the load. The thing I love about CHM is you have power over your own bills, who you're going to see, your own doctors, and being able to call around and find who would best work for you, not who's in your network. The customer service here was just absolutely amazing. Not only answering my questions, but sharing each other's stories and sharing each other's faith and love of Christ, and it just amazed me that you guys work that way. I mean, at the time when we hooked up with CHM, we just thought, it's a company called Christian Healthcare Ministries, but it's really not. It's a place that cared for, like they care about you. You never felt like you were rushed. I love asking for prayer for each other. I mean, it was just uplifting. You hung up the phone with a smile on your face. The cards I've gotten from CHM people, I don't even know who they are. They just signed it, CHM, and their name. And it's like, oh, okay, I don't know who you are, but that is so sweet. And I sit down and pray for them for a little bit because I know when they made that, they probably prayed for me. To me, that does encourage me to keep going, to keep trying, just to keep on in life and not give up. You can't hardly give up on life when you have so many people praying for you. And with CHM, you know you do. Because it's not just a company of people, it's a company of hearts, it's a company of people that love each other. It's a true family. It's a huge one, but it's really there. A couple weeks ago, my preacher was preaching on God holding our hand. And I realized at that very moment that God wasn't carrying me anymore because I have my leg so I can walk. And the hand that's missing is always shaped like I'm holding my child's hand. And I am his child. And so now I feel like he's holding my hand all the time.